Hello guys, today's video gonna be AR chassis setup number 9. So number 9 on today's video, we're gonna teach you another version of setup on the rear bumpless, okay? For the rear underplate, we're gonna use the item number 95260, the high-grade carbon rear multi-rotor stay, and this is highly recommend. And you also can use the item number 15430. This is the fiberglass version. So it really depends what you have on your hand or if you have budget, okay? And for the roller stay, we recommend you to use the item number 15497, which is this one. This is can use for 13 19mm roller, or either the item number 15495. This is another version of the carbon fiber plate. The difference between these two, it is this one only can do 19mm roller and this one can do 13 and 19. And also this type of carbon fiber plate available on the fiberglass version, or either first time to build a prototype, I'm recommending to using FRP version because it's easy to cut. Okay, first cutting point on the rear underplate is gonna be this point right here and this point right here. And we're going to use Dremel and using this type of cutter and to follow the line to remove the left and the right wing, okay? Okay, after you remove left and right wing, the underplate gonna be looks like this. And the next cutting point, we're gonna remove the two mounting point which are located right here. So this is the cutting line, which is right here. These two little tips gonna be removed. The reason we want to remove these two mounting point because we try to make this piece a bit shorter. So this is will move our roller a little bit close to the rear tire. So in this case, can get better corner speed. Another advantage it is after we remove these two mounting point, we're gonna use the second mounting point which is located right here. So this piece is gonna be more stronger because longer you have and how weak it is, and short you have how strong it is. So this is gonna be another advantage for the reinforcement. Okay. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna use Dremel to remove the mounting point. Make sure when you remove it, you have to follow the line. Do not overcut it. So we try to keep as much as possible on the second mounting point, okay? Okay, after remove the top tips, it's gonna be looks like this. Okay, make sure one thing. After remove the top tips, you see here become really sharp edges on the side. You're gonna go ahead, put another original one. Make sure remove these edges which are right here. You have to make like a wrong shape, like original shape like this one right here. Okay, let me give a better angle. Okay, so what you're gonna do it is you're gonna put the original on top of that and use a knife to chase the shape right here and make the shape. So you can see the scratch I have right here. This is the shape I'm gonna have to make. And then we're gonna use Dremel. Make sure you put this type of head and starting to ground it, make it round. Okay. So okay, gonna be looks like this. The reason you have to remove the edges because if you don't remove it, when you put on chassis right here, it's gonna be heading this side right here. It will bend the whole thing like this. So you have to remove it, and this one right now is gonna be perfectly fit to right here. Okay. Okay. Next, gonna use the item number 95072. This piece is right here. We're gonna make this one as an underguard, which is attached on the bottom. So the location we're gonna remove it is this two mounting point, which is located right here and here. So I'm gonna tape it right here, and this is the location I'm gonna remove. Okay, right here, and the same thing on the other side. So we're gonna use the Dremel to follow the line and cut like this. Okay. So okay, it's gonna be looks like this compared with the original part. Okay. Okay, another modification we're gonna use this 4mm grinder. We're gonna make a deep hole which is located on this mounting point and this mounting point. Okay, it's gonna be looks like this. This is actually gonna help us to hide the flathead screw into the carbon fiber like this, because original, if you have put a regular screw, you will notice the screw head will stick out. So after you make a deep hole right here, the flathead screw can be completely like a flat on the top of the surface. Okay, this is gonna help us a lot on the clearance. Next, we're gonna do the installation. We're gonna put 2 flathead screw right here. Okay, then one of 1.5 millimeter aluminum spacer on each side like this. After that, the underplate like this. Then put on top of the chassis on the back. So okay, gonna be looks like this, and then we're gonna put on setting bar. Okay, take a look at clearance. Make sure the underguard have to be about 1.5 to 2 millimeter away from the ground. So right here, this one about 1.8, actually 1.6. Okay, if your underguard if too low, you better remove the aluminum spacer, put maybe a 2 washer. If it's too high, you can put a 2 more washer to make it a bit lower. So make sure it's between 1.5 to 2 millimeter away. Okay, so it's gonna be looks like this. Okay, next we're gonna move to set up long tail brake on the back. There's a many way you can set up long tail brake. You can check my Super 2 setup like video. I think it's number 4. We have a long tail setup for use the popsicle to extend all the way to here and then cut it and make the size, and the brake gonna be right here. So this is one way. For today's AR chassis, I'm gonna show you a more easiest way to set up long tail. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove a little bit right here, which is this part right here. We're going to cut like this. Okay, the reason I remove it because it's blocking the way. Okay, so after remove it, I'm gonna extend this piece right here. In this case, we don't have to cut too many pieces to extend my brake out. Okay, so you see here's the 2 mounting point. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna mount this one right here. Look at this mounting point right here. So we going to keep this little mounting point which is right here, and my brake piece is gonna be used the AR front roller stay. So this is the one I show you on video number 4. They're gonna be attached right here. Okay, so I'm going to cut right here. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this part. So same thing on this end, I'm gonna keep this much. Okay, just gonna go ahead and do the same thing using Dremel to cut it. Okay, this is the piece it's gonna be looks like. We are going to attach this one right here and this one right here. Okay, this is gonna be my brake extension. So first we're gonna use the 10 millimeter screw and put right here from the roller mounting point, and another one on the other side. Okay, and then the brake extension, okay, and then our roller stay, then washer, and then lock nut. Gonna go ahead and lock it. So it's going to be looks like this. Okay, so then we're gonna attach this brake, and this brake is made by AR front roller stay. So I did this on video number 4, so just go ahead and go back to look at video number 4. Okay, so gonna be attached these pieces right here. So okay, next you're gonna put another 2 screw, which is 5 millimeter screw, attach from the bottom to here to 40 support this part right here. Okay, gonna be looks like this. So right now we have 2 support on the rear roller stay, and this is the connect point for the brake. So this is really strong right now. So next we're gonna do the roller mounting. So before we do the roller mounting, we have to check underguard again. So underguard right here looks like I need to cut a little bit more. We can keep a little bit open right here. So in this case, my screw can go into it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead, use a Dremel to remove a little bit more right here. Okay, gonna be looks like this. The reason I have to remove right now because when I set my undergo, I kind of like know how much I have to cut, but you know, sometimes you just underestimate, and maybe you need to cut more. Okay, so this is like part of setting your car. So sometimes when you move to all the assembly, you will realize some part you have to cut more. Just go ahead and cut more, because this is part of setup. Okay, you have to keep adjusting and until it fits. Okay, so gonna be like this. Right now this location is open, so I can put my screw right here like this. Okay, without this one blocking the way. Okay, otherwise like before, this one gonna block the way. Okay, next we're gonna mount the roller. So for mounting roller, we're gonna use 30mm cap screw, and I'm gonna put roller first on the bottom and the roller spacer. Then gonna put on the 19mm mounting point, which is right here. And then we're going to put a washer. Okay, and a 12mm aluminum spacer and 6mm aluminum spacer. Okay, like this. Next, we are going to use another roller space on top of that, and the roller. Okay, and the roller spacer. Okay, then we're gonna put another lock nut. Okay, it's gonna be looks like this. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So basically, you just have to mount as high as possible because 30mm screw is really short. Okay, the whole car gonna be looks like this. Next, we're gonna put damper back. Okay, make sure you're using the AR damper. Okay. Same type of setting as the previous video. Then 2 lock nut on top of that. So okay, the car gonna be looks like this. Here's the finished version. Let's put it back to the dimension box. You will see the car gonna be exactly 165mm. So this is long tail setup. So okay, we finished here today, and the next video we're gonna do a body damper system for the AR chassis, which is right here.